The reason for that is not because they're dumb. It's because they want to empty all the patriots out of the military. And all of these fighting-age males coming across the southern border, they're going to recruit them into the U.S. military, and you're going to have an Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, and all of the soldiers wearing green, wearing U.S. Army uniforms, U.S. military uniforms, are going to be Chinese and Muslims who were brought in, and they're going to be American citizens, and they have no American values. They'll have no problem opening fire on people like you, and no one's talking about it. Even the people who scream about the border all the time on all these networks, like Steve Bannon and whatever, they never mention this. They don't. I think they just don't know. The real danger isn't that there's going to be some terrorist attacks. The real danger is going to be that the U.S. military, these will be legally the American Army. It won't be a scam. The American Army will be anti-American. And Americans are doing nothing about it. They're just sitting back and complaining.
So for the American people, they're going to arm up the illegals as their new military to come in.
They won't be illegal anymore. We can call them illegal. They won't be illegal. They'll become U.S. citizens. They will be legal. They will be the U.S. Army.
You want to introduce yourself to the American people?
Oh, okay, sure. My name is Rabbi Pesach Wolicki. I live in Israel, but I'm an American citizen and an Israeli citizen, and I love America. And I realize that the battle that we're fighting in Israel against these Muslim jihadists is the same battle that you guys are fighting. When you see your college campuses filled with anti-Semitism and pro-Hamas demonstrations, that's because you guys are getting beaten by the jihadists without them even firing a shot. At least you're not even fighting them. You're just letting them take over your country. That's what's happening. America's, Israel's fighting the jihadists. No. We're the only ones fighting them. They're fighting you. They've taken over Europe, and they're going to take over America. Look at your kids. Look at your campuses. They don't have to fight you. They don't need terrorism. You talk about terrorism. I understand that. They don't need to do terrorism in America. They're taking over your military. They're taking over your campuses. Polling of young Americans shows that they're pro-Hamas. Why should they bother? Why should they even bother with a terrorist attack? They've won. You guys are rolling over. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a real serious question. Do you believe that the revolutionary generation, the people who fought the Revolutionary War, were right to take up arms?
Do I believe it?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Do you believe that what they were fighting was any less than what's happening to you now?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Do you believe that what they were fighting against was any less serious than what you're facing right now?
No, that's why our forefathers wrote the Constitution.
So how
they
come
knew this day was going to come.
How come you guys aren't taking up arms?
Well, that's a good question for all of them.
I think you're all just rolling over and you're screaming about it, but you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Your election was stolen. You have an illegitimate government. Are they any less oppressive than the British were in the revolutionary generation? But you guys aren't fighting. You're just sitting back and you guys aren't doing a thing about it.
Yeah.
And they look at Israel. Oh, you're shooting them. You're killing them. Yeah, that's right. We're fighting evil. And if you guys would do it, you should be bombing the cartels.
Well,
you should be fighting these people, but you're not, and you're not gonna.
Yep.
Honestly, hate to say it to you. You seem like a good
100%
guy.
agree with you.
All these Americans, all these patriotic Americans, you're not gonna fight. You're gonna. At what point are you willing to take up arms? And if the answer is never, you've lost already.
Yep, 100% agree.
You've lost already. Just admit it to yourselves. You've lost already because you don't have an answer to that question. If I'd say to you, how bad does it have to get in America that you will take up arms? Yep. And if your answer is it hasn't gotten bad enough yet, let me ask you when that point is. When is the point that is bad enough that you take up arms? And if you have no answer to that, you have already declared defeat.
Well, you're not. You're preaching exactly what we've been preaching for quite some time now. Absolutely.
I cry for America because you guys are just, not only are you losing, you're not even doing anything about it. You're not.
Yeah, generally speaking, yes, but individually, no.
Right, exactly. Listen, the Revolutionary War was fought over less. It was fought over less than what you guys are dealing with now. And you're just rolling over. But here's the question. You could say to me that it hasn't reached the point yet where you take up arms. Fine. But tell me what that is. You have political prisoners. You have a usurped government that's suppressing your freedoms. You have an invasion on your southern border. How bad does it have to get that you're willing to take up arms? It's not there yet?
Are you constitutional carry in California? Screw Governor Newsom.
I'm not talking about carrying. I'm talking about fighting back.
Yeah.
You've been taken over. there was a revolution here that took place where they took over your government in an undemocratic way, and you got and.
I was in D.C. I've been doing everything.
I'm
I could
shocked.
do. Yeah,
I'm
it's
shocked that
amazing.
Americans are not fighting for their freedom right now.
Yeah,
Because they're not.
Yeah. You know, our rights are getting trampled. Our liberties are getting trampled.
Yeah,
I agree.
and you're just living with it, complaining about it. I don't see anyone fighting. I don't see anyone taking up arms. The Revolutionary War.
Well, that's what they wanted. They wanted that to happen.
Okay, the Revolutionary War was fought over less. I'm just saying that. It was fought over less.
Trump didn't come back by January 20th, I say, because he didn't want to have a civil war.
All right.
You got to keep in mind, Trump's one man.
If there's no point down the road that you're willing to take up arms, then you've already lost. Because they're willing to shoot you guys. They are. They're willing to throw you in jail. They've shot patriots just for being patriots. They did it to Ashley Babbitt. They did it to that guy in Utah. They're willing to kill patriots.
I got arrested in Huntington Beach for being a conservative Christian with my flag.
Right. All right. The Revolutionary War was fought over less.
No,
I'm just saying.
I agree.
You guys got to wake up.
Rabbi, that's what I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Appreciate you being here. All right, guys, it's Johnathon Alexander reporting live border news. And you heard it from the rabbi. You know, well, America is allowing this kind of invasion on our soil. So I've been preaching the choir on for quite some time. So we'll be back live here soon.